Welcome to Kuona Trust. This is the exhibition Angry Birds by the artist Gor Soudan. We are really, really excited. First of all, to have all of you here, but also to have something to show you now that you are here.
Yo, check it. Looking at my watch, it's about that time to ascend with this art of Zen. Another rhyme manifested in the physical miracle MCing, leading to a revolution. Solution is seeing the mind as it rotates. Make no debate when I regulate. All agendas will terminate, cause we cut and slice irrelevance to the bone and decapitate.
I want to talk to people, you know, ask them questions about their reality in a language that they understand. So this means using like very familiar sort of like language, and in this case it's a crow. I mean, the crow is a bird that has been maligned across almost all African culture.
When Gor first came up with the concept of the show that he has on tonight, asked me about the logistics of what he wanted to do. So in a sense, I've been watching the whole thing unfold, and I have to say that I'm really happy with the end result. It's an innovative use of the material. We have so much of it. I get a thrill when I see somebody who's working in 2D take that step across the three-dimensional.
This is militant, in particular significant to the people, masses, lower classes, making the hardest of hard colloidal and flaccid.
Yeah, Angry Birds is my story, and it's your story. Simply put, it's my way of discussing the situation, this world that we find ourselves in right now in this time in history. There's a lot of like upheavals going on. Some of them peaceful, some of them very violent. Right now, Kenya is practically at war with the Al-Shabaab in Somalia. We have a lot of, like people dying in Syria. Just a few months ago, people were occupying Wall Street and all sorts of streets in the US and Europe, the Arab Spring. So it got me thinking, what's going on? And during my college days, I'd come across a very interesting writer called Franz Fanon. And one of the books we studied in college was called The Wretched of the Earth. And this was about 40 or 50 years ago. He described the situation that's going on. So this is the theme that I was working with, The Wretched of the Earth, which was sort of like a call to oppose. He was a very radical guy. I'm not radical at all. I'm not taking up any gun. That's plastic. But there's a particular like section of the book where he called onto the artist to be at the forefront of the change that you want to see in your society. So in so many ways, this has been my little revolution.
I have been helping Gor with the photography of the crows and assisting him with the animation, and I also helped write the blurb for this exhibition. My feelings about this project are that it's very relevant. It's relevant to me even though I come from far away. I think it's a very current topic. It speaks to themes that are issues all around the world right now.
Well, what I understand of the idea of Angry Birds is basically that that a thing can come into an environment and overwhelm the indigenous elements within that environment and become so powerful such that it overwhelms the culture, it overwhelms a whole indigenous population's perception of themselves, which is what is fascinating about Gor's work, because it's something that is it involves an idea that is so unbelievably overwhelming, and so much so that it seems unnatural, it seems impossible. And yet this is what has happened within our societies, especially in certain areas of the world. So Gor's exhibition is particularly compelling in that sense, and it's particularly poignant. but it also speaks to a whole different generation and in their ability to respond to popular culture and to their environment and in building their own culture from cultures that have been, for all intents and purposes, decimated.
Stay adamant with frequencies that alter the mind state, making time wait, holding the self a hostage. I lost it, someone back in 96 when it's ain't the
I think it's quite interesting and nice. How to say? I like the sculpture itself, to combine wood and like the plastic and the black color on it, so it makes a good solid impression to me.
I was using plastic paper, like trying to use something beyond its intended purpose. And I feel like in some cases, especially Kenya, because this is what I'm familiar with, is that democracy has been used beyond its intended purpose in a very bad way. So in that sense, that's how I was using the plastic.
Contaminants with backstage laminate shoot on original thoughts. That's why we stay adamant with frequencies that alter the mind state.
I think Gor has done a really super cool installation and exhibition in his manifestation of the angry birds that are made of plastic. I think he deals a lot with humanity, or his view on how we are squandering wealth, his view on how greedy we are as human beings, and how we are constantly looking up to a certain level that I don't know whether it's reachable or not, but we are constantly looking at the next trend, what's new, what's next, what can I do next. So yeah, I think it's a very honest articulation of what we sometimes are about.
So the main idea was just to communicate to the public and art lovers about the different kind of injustice that happen, and that can be portrayed easily through the birds and how they behave within each other.
Don't get this wrong, this revolution song, hoping the wind can blow your way for once. A man is truly dead when confidant. That's why we're all still waiting.